So I'm back after a while. I have been a bit busy with the schoolwork. So this is mainly about what I have been working on recently, which is 3D printed keycaps. So let me show you what I mean. Now there are I own two mechanical keyboard. So these are my two main drivers. And yeah, I actually prefer having some customizability on my keyboard. So yeah, now let me show you the design that I have made on the computer. I think it is in a different file, so I have created like a bunch of them. Custom keycaps, Japanese legends. I think it is this one. So I have been mainly working with 1U keycaps. So that is the small key. And I have been experimenting with, like, this is the conventional cherry keycaps. And as you can see, they are completely flat, so that this surface will be touching the bed, and the stem is actually printed upward to ensure the best accuracy that I can afford. Now I have tried a couple designs, like with monkey type, with some text legends on the 0.4 nozzle, but the output was subpar on the legends. As you can see, the A, the Japanese R have some missing lines because of the nozzle resolution. So I switched it out for my 0.2mm nozzle. So each one of these cards took around 50 minutes to print completely. And yeah, because the nozzle size and all of that, but the text, the legends came out beautifully. So this is something like Migi, Hidari, I don't know the kanji for up and down. So just copy from the internet. But the interesting part is the shape of these keycaps. So this is for the kanji of 0. I am especially proud of this one because the kanji for this character, so I have Ichi, San, Shigo, Roku, Nana, Hachi, and Q. Still don't remember the kanji for this thing. I don't know how it is read, but this is basically the shape. I think it can show you on the computer. 1 second. Is this the correct files? Okay, this is the lightweight, minimal. 1 second. So this is for the 1.75U keycaps, which is for the caps locks key, because I don't use cap locks on my keyboard, and I mainly use this thing as a second function key. So like FN2 for additional movement, like Vim motion, left, down, up, right, password, and all the stuff. So this is 1 second. Like I think I can. I have been a little bit sick lately. Minimal 1U. Okay, this is the one. Turn off the 75. Turn up the max tag. The photo of the max tag. So, okay, so this is for the design for the 1.75U keycaps, and these are 0.2mm chamfer, because I have to print it like this. So if I didn't have that chamfer, the edge, focus please, the edge under here is gonna be very sharp. So that chamfer actually helped me compensate for that elephant foot. And because it is printed like this, the stem, the area around the stem is obviously going to be the weak point. One moment, I'm printing another keycap. I need to change the material by hand. So when it is printing the brim tower, I hit stop. Go to side, go to filament and unload it. So we do a bunch of do the magic. Then undo that. Okay, cut the filament. So the legend is still there. And gonna have to stop to pull it out. Okay, I'm loading the new filament in, so I have changed the black text legend to the white background. The reason I'm going for white background is to let some of the light shine through. Yeah, so this does a little bit of clicking, so it is not clocking anything. You just do that anytime. The nozzle is a bit expensive at around maybe 250,000 dong, so like 2 spool of filament. You can think of that. Okay, load complete, and now we just resume the print as normal. It will resume printing the prime tower over here, so that all the leftover black filament is used up, and we can minimize the color bleed on our legends over here. It's really hard to film the legends, so I don't know how nice the max tag logo will turn out. And the reason we do that, yeah, so back to the topic, because the stem will be the weak point whenever we need to pull the keycap out. I added a 1mm chamfer to make it hold, so like reduce a bit of a stress on the stem, and right now it has been working very good. The 0.2mm nozzle provide excellent accuracy for the dimension, although I think I might need to narrow it down a little bit, because if I keep doing this, yeah, it just gonna pops up. So during normal use that's gonna be fine, but I don't prefer it popping out like that. Other case, I give it a black on white legend. I think the kanji looks really nice. The clear filament looks okay because I have transparent key switches, transparent switches on that, and I don't know if you're gonna, yeah, so you can see it shine through all the way like that. So like Arasaka, the relic, Astronaut logo, and monkey type, because I love to type a lot. So we have both conventional keycap shape and the kanji keycap shape. At first I was trying to get the text raised on the surface, but thinking about like how cumbersome it would be to clean, because the raised surfaces will collect a lot of dirt and grime from all the typing. So making it flat is actually the preferred method for me. Maybe for some artisanal style keycap I will lean into that kind of design, but yeah, so making it flush is actually a bit more annoying, because I do need to stop to make it print like that. But back to this one. So at first I was trying mainly focus on making the conventional custom keycaps. For example, this is the 1U keycap. So I have enabled transparency mode for you to see inside. So this actually works very fine. As you can see over here, we have the Arasaka legends, the monkey type. I try to make this thing like with the shine through legend, but because the switch itself is opaque like that, the LED didn't shine from above and we only get the bottom half, the lower bottom to shine. So I need to take that into account. So the relic as well, it only shine at the bottom. It doesn't show that well on the camera, but only the bottom half of the outer circle is shine. This one I try to cut through to let as much light through as possible, but it produced quite a bit of glare when used, so I don't like that. This is like the logo for the black wall AI. So after designing the conventional 1U keycaps, I start to talk to myself like, why do I need to stick to the conventional shape of the keycaps? I get that there are something like manufacturable stuff. So like each keycap like this one has something called a draft angle, so that when this whole thing is injected, it gets pushed out from this direction. So like some pins push into the dimple over here and push the whole part out, and because of these draft angles, you can see the whole part came out at once. So that is one of the manufacturing element. And I think the groove, you can see over here, the dimple, I think it is a nice to have, but consider that there are a lot of membrane like Logitech type keyboard that doesn't have that same dimple. I don't think it is that much of a deal to have a curved surface. So by having that curved surface, I'm trading off a lot of the advantages of the design I'm having. So with my current design, I can print a bunch of those with like very detailed legend. As you can see, I am terrible at writing kanji. I'm still practicing, but the legend details on this thing is impeccable in my opinion. So like very clearly print, and because this is a different kind of plastic, so like black plastic on clear plastic, it is not going to be rubbed off like this paint over here. So this is just alcohol paint, so like metallic copper paint, so it will rub off, but not this thing. So this is like double shot level of quality. So I can rest assured about that. About the durability, so because like this thing have all four sides, I was thinking like, is making this part have all four sides like conventional keycap necessary for my use case? And I was starting to think about like, what can I improve upon the conventional keycap design. So I start to cut down on the element that isn't used or isn't seen during daily use. So normally during daily use, I don't get to see the side, the back, and the left side of the keycap. So only the front side is used to block out the shine of the keycap. And I actually tried with this design on the relic keycap. You can see only the front is covering the LED to stop the line from shining directly to your eyes, as opposed to the FN3 over here. So yes, it will look like that, and it is nice. So like very conventional size of keycaps. I have nothing against that, but I start to think again like, how can I improve it even more? Like, can I make the keycap bigger? What are the downside of the bigger top surface, right? I have more real estate for the legend, for the artwork, for the design, and what I'm losing for having that is the gaps in between. So usually when I move the finger from F to D, for example, I can see that there are one groove over here and the other groove over here. So I can sort of having that level of awareness without looking, as opposed to this design. Even though there are grooves in between, maybe it is yet, for example, the character between 5 and 6, there is barely anything registering the difference there. So it is all very smooth. On the design of the F key, I don't think I will ever press that without looking. So like I can touch type with the special character, the number rows, F key and all that stuff, but I can never touch type on the F key, F rows at all. So most of the time I do have to pick and use the keys. So for example, I have a macro set up for search, so like search from YouTube and all that. F2 is for changing, renaming stuff, so I give it a black wall AI icon, just experimenting with it. So what yeah, so that is the design trade-off, and I plan to print the entire typing layout with this type of minimal keyboard, minimal switches, to see how much of a performance hit that I'm taking with this type of keycaps. Yeah, I love the legend, so a bit more, maybe I can dial it back a little bit, but I love it. I love how the text can get out, and I strip down all the unnecessary components, and in a way I can still appreciate the shape of the switch, especially the switch that I really like, for example the clear switch over here. Yeah, so I have to loop every single one of them, so quite a bit of work. And yeah, this is also one of the 3D printed rotary encoder knob I have shown you before. So all of them are flush and they look like a record player. And that is mainly about it. So I will continue experimenting on different design, different changes on mechanical keyboard keycaps, and also on larger keycaps such as this one. So I'm currently printing because I love cyberpunk. Wait, why doesn't it fit anymore? Max tag, wait, what? 1.6, wait 1 second. Why isn't it fit anymore? Because this is a little bit too big. So yeah, max tag legend, stuff like that, monkey type legends. So I'll continue with bigger type keycaps, maybe different size spacebar. Well, that is mainly about it. So see you next week. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.